Distinguished representatives of cities and communities, distinguished representatives of people, Mr. President Young, Mr. President Coles, Mr. President Tutu, all representatives of the European Union, I would like to thank you for your unity, for being with Ukraine, that is, with the whole of Europe. Our continent has certainly built its strength, thanks to unity, thanks to peaceful cooperation, thanks to the strength of the extraordinary potential of European cities and regions. Each part of Europe is important for the whole of Europe. And it is we who lead our allies with effort and respect to each other. Today, those of you who are here in Ukraine witnessed yet another brutal Russian attack against Ukrainian cities all over the territory of our state, from Chernigov in the east of our country to Lutsk in the west, from Kyiv to our southern regions. In total, during one night, there were more than 400 strike drones, more than 40 missiles, including ballistic missiles. This strike damaged residential buildings in Kyiv, and of course the city infrastructure in Lutsk, in Volyn. They destroyed in particular an ordinary hotel where Ukrainian athletes were staying. In other regions there is damage, unfortunately, to the housing infrastructure, energy infrastructure, industrial enterprises. The Russians even burnt another warehouse with humanitarian aid. Such a Russian war. They are fighting against the city and against life itself. And everywhere where the Russian army entered the territory of Ukraine, everywhere where there is, unfortunately, Russian occupation, there is no normal life everywhere. And in some places, unfortunately, nothing is left. Only burnt-out ruins. In the past, lively cities of the Donetsk region, such industrial cities as, for example, Mariupol, are now barely alive. And instead of many Ukrainian cities and villages, there is just a dead land. This is exactly what Russia is. This is what it can best kill and destroy. We must stop it and stop it together. Peace is a task not only for politicians of the national level. We need a truth that may be conveyed to its people, heads of cities, and very importantly, public leaders. It is necessary that political work for the sake of peace be supported at the level of local self-government. It is necessary that cities and communities can support each other. I thank you for what it really is. Thank you very much to everyone who is present here, who is online, who hears us, or who will watch a little later. Thank you for your support. Thank you. During the years of this war, many of you have really helped Ukraine, our communities, Ukrainians, people, families, children, all of us. We are very grateful for this. It helps our resilience. It helps people to survive, to endure, to withstand. It helps to recover. Of course, this is an extremely large-scale task. A complete recovery. But we are already doing specific things. Hundreds of infrastructure facilities have already been rebuilt. Together with our friends in Europe, with our friends and partners in various countries in the United States of America, thanks to the cooperation between regions and cities. I am especially grateful to those of you who helped us get through the winter of this war. The Russians did everything to ensure that we had a blackout, thanks to the cooperation with you. We received more than 7,000 units of energy equipment. There are already 454 projects in alternative energy. We appreciate our cooperation at the level of cultural diplomacy and for the support of our people who during the war found shelter in your cities, in your communities, our people among your people. Indeed, shelter is very important. Despite the fact that the war is long, I thank you for your respect for Ukrainians. Thank you. And for the common understanding that Ukraine will always be a full-fledged part of the European Union. We see how much Ukraine can give to everyone in Europe. Our experience, our desire to be free, our ability to lay the foundation for unity, all of this is undeniably needed in Europe. Directly to the European Union. This year, we really need progress in the talks on entry. And I want to thank everyone who supports us in everything. The most important thing that we can achieve together is the end of the war with decent peace and the creation of reliable guarantees of security for Ukraine and for all of Europe, so that no one in Europe is afraid to be left without protection. And we can do it. I ask you to support all efforts for a completely fair pressure on Russia. Support the diplomats. Political and economic pressure. Please call for new effective sanctions against Russia and their regime. For the purpose of stopping the killings, stopping the strikes, for the purpose of achieving real peace, for the purpose of ensuring that Russia's responsibility for the war is really felt by Moscow. We need determination at all levels. And the more cities and communities talk about it, the better. Determination so that no one can ever repeat what the Russians are doing against Ukraine and Ukrainians. And so that the Russians are forced to seek peace. Now they are looking for a way to prolong this war. And in my opinion, what they are doing, they are trading for it. They must feel that peace is needed. And please help us not only in resistance, but also in important political work for the sake of peace. Once again, I want to thank you all for being here today in Ukraine. And not only today, but all this time. A difficult time for one of the most free and strong countries. Thank you for being with Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.